I would like to talk about the gender equality situation in Japan today. I recently went to an exhibition on SDGs, and there I found very interesting photos. Can you guess who this person is? He's just an ordinary person, but according to Amazon AI, his probability of executive is 60%. While this person is a prime minister of Germany, sees 0% as an executive probability of her to be an executive. And this person's probability as an executive is 63%. But this another famous figure, Kamala Harris, the Prime Minister, Vice President of the United States, also 0%. And this person, looking like a Japanese person, his probability as an executive is 87%. It's very high. While this person is Tokyo Governor Koike Yuriko, is 59%. For some reason, AI thought this might be executive. But anyway, Amazon AI decides that these women in the forefront of politics are not executives. Isn't this the reflection of the fact in the world that still male-dominated society? So let's take a look at the current situation in Japan more detail. First, the percentage of women in managerial positions of Japanese companies. In 2003, the Japanese government set a target of about 30% by 2020. But according to data from the Cabinet Office in 2019, the percentage in the United States and Sweden exceeded 40%. But in Japan, it was only less than 15%. In addition, the World Economic Forum released its Gender Gap Index. At the end of March 2021, this index quantifies the degree of gender equality achieved in countries around the world, and Japan ranks 120th out of 156 countries surveyed in the Gender Gap Index. This is the lowest among the G7 countries, and lower than China and South Korea in Asia. In particular, Japan didn't score high in women's political participation and economic participation. So, should women be active in society, or should they stay at home and focus on childcare and housework? This debate itself is nonsense. This is because it is based on the assumption that women will get married and have children. How can we force women to get married and have children? Also, at least in Japan, the population of working people is shrinking, and there are not enough people to run the social security system. Therefore, there is already a social consensus that women and the elderly, or maybe non-Japanese people as well, should be encouraged to work more. What needs to be discussed is how women can play an equal role in society. So half of the population is female, right? This fact is especially important for companies doing B2C business. Needless to say, women's sensibility is necessary to create products and services for females. About 5 years ago in Japan, Dyson launched a hair dryer for females in Japan. This product's selling point was that it was more powerful and dried faster than traditional hair dryers. but the price was over 400 US dollars. As a man, I thought, this product will never sell. We can buy a normal hairdryer for about 30 US dollars. So I was very skeptical. However, this product became very popular and sold well. For women with long hair, it was actually a solution to the inconvenience of spending a long time drying their hair with a dryer. So later, many Japanese manufacturers actually marketed the same kind of hair dryer that produced the same powerful airflow. This is exactly the kind of thing that all male-dominated companies would never have thought of. Since women make up half of the population, if companies do not incorporate females' sensibilities, ideas, and thoughts, it will negatively affect their international or domestic competitiveness. Also, women see the world more clearly than men, I think. According to 2019 data from the Ministry of Justice, there are about 2.4 million females in their 20s traveling abroad, while only half of the men in their 20s traveling abroad. In other words, women have far more experience abroad than men. And the most popular and fashionable spots in Tokyo are filled with females, not men. So this can mean how sensitive women are to the latest trends as well. Also, women may be better and smarter than men. When I was a student, a male professor in England, an English professor told me with a cynical smile, "Women are more talented than men." I didn't think that much at that time, but after graduation, I got a job, and a few years later, I was in charge of interviewing new employees for my company. At that time, and the human resource manager just told me, "Please rate male students 20% higher than female students." And I wondered why, but he told me that if we didn't do so, if we didn't rate male students 20% more, the company would end up employing females, all of them. So it was kind of blatant discrimination in hiring, but I followed the instruction. In fact, there was a big social news in 2018 when the fact that Tokyo Medical University uniformly reduced the points for female examinees. This practice had been done for a long time, and that the news broke out, and it was a big social news and discussion as well. And there are many, and however, in a survey of 450 working females conducted by Career Index, job information website in 2017, 87.3% women said that they don't want to be a manager. There are many possible reasons for this, but when women are asked, "Why don't you want to be in a management position?" the answer in most cases is that because it seems like a lot of work as a manager. This fact raises the issue of men taking childcare leave. Women have been raising children for a long time, but if men do not participate in childcare, women will not be able to work as a manager. In other developed countries, for example in Norway, the percentage of men who take childcare leave is as high as 90%, while in Japan it is only 5%. Under these circumstances, women are unable to play an active role in society, don't you think? To encourage women's employment and solve the problem of declining fertility, we need to encourage men's active participation in childcare and other family activities. However, I'm optimistic about the long-term future in Japan. In order to encourage women to enter the workforce, it is essential to have the cooperation of men as well as understanding of companies. But I don't think we need to worry in the long term, because companies that run silly business without taking advantage of women will lose their competitiveness and simply be eliminated. Companies with the highest percentage of women active like in management positions will survive.